Hello! Welcome back to our regular vlog schedule. Not in uniform today, which is a new thing. Fantastic. Did actually get my hair done because I was up north for Georgia and Steven's wedding, and I've been wanting to get my hair highlighted with the balayage treatment for a while. She kind of went way lighter than what I was expecting. Let's see if I can find a... I was thinking, oh, you know, I'll just do like a caramel. So like this color was the one that I was thinking originally, like a caramel-y, but then like some of it is... Let's see if I pull it out, it's right here on the side. Yeah, that. It looks really blonde. But, I mean, it blends in nice. In the long run, I think it turned out okay. So, and it looks good when it's all like twisted and braided and cute. I'll do a braid. It looks really better in a braid. So, the game thing that we planned didn't really happen like I thought it would. It was kind of rainy and gross, and they would have had to get out of their car. So we weren't gonna do that. And added to that, I got up there and I was sick with something. I'm pretty sure it was a sinus thing. It was kicking my butt. So like I worked Wednesday morning and got there Wednesday night and then pretty much slept all day Thursday until I had to get ready to go into town. Instead of doing the scavenger hunt all around Fort Wayne, we actually did a scavenger hunt inside of Laser X. The whole premise was whoever has the most points wins. And not everybody is super good at laser tag. I mean, that's okay, that's a thing that happens. So I was trying to come up with ideas that could help people get extra points and maybe like make it a more fair, even ground for everybody that came to this thing. That way everybody could just have a good time. See, there it is. Look at that, it's cool. So what we did was I went to a dollar store and got a bunch of like sci-fi themed stuff. I have a list of them, I can pull it up. And basically I just planned on hiding them all around Laser X, like, cause there's the arcade, so I would hide them in places. So I had an inflatable dinosaur that I said was a telepathic attack dinosaur. There was a sleep mask that I said was a cryogenic chamber mask. I found a robot, and then they had like all these little like weird squishy things that I just said were aliens because they had little googly eyes on them, so obviously alien, right? And then there was like a stealth plane and a spaceship. There was a gun that shot like little suction cup things, and I said it was a laser gun, and then I hid the lasers away from it too, and you got like bonus points if you found the laser gun and the lasers. And then I found like a cardboard bride and a cardboard groom, and I made them worth like a ton of points. So that was fun, and they got really into it because they're super competitive. We had that part of it, and then we also had, well, I talked to Laser X, and I'm like, okay, first of all, it's like, okay, if I hide things around the arcade, because I have this idea and I want to make it fair for everybody. They were like, yeah, I mean, that should be fine, as long as you don't care if anybody else finds them. This hair is not behaving and just stay. Okay. They're like, yeah, as long as you don't care if anybody else takes it. And I'm like, it's dollar store stuff. If it makes a kid happy, take it. Then I explained why, and they're like, oh, well, we have different gameplay. Like, if you want to play a different style laser tag other than just the team-based. I was like, I am intrigued. Tell me more. And they're like, all right, sure. And then they brought up, boom, like this binder that's like this thick of all these different game types you can do and everything being a different amount of points. And they were telling me that some of the popular ones. So the other game types that we did first one normal team-based laser tag. That way everybody is like, okay, you shoot the gun like this, you have to have your hand here, you shoot at like this part of the vest, this part of the vest, this part of the vest, or the back with gun. This is what the layout is. Okay, yeah, this is cool. So we did that, and everybody kept their points from that. Then we did one called Rabbit, where everybody is, I think everybody's like green and one person is white and they're the rabbit. And so you can still shoot, it's like a free-for-all where everybody can shoot everybody else, but if you're the rabbit, you've got extra points as long as you're the rabbit. And when someone shoots you, they become the rabbit and then they get those extra points. And it was really fun. So like we played a game of that and everybody's like, where's the rabbit? Where is it hiding? So it starts to do like the Marco Polo rules. Marco, it's over there! And then everybody would take off. It was so much fun. And then the last type we did was called Zombie. And everybody starts out as red, and then one person is randomly made a zombie. And then that person, every time they shoot someone, they become a zombie. And then the last human surviving, as long as they stay hidden, like they get those bonus points until they get shot and turn into a zombie. And then it resets, and then everybody's human, and then one person randomly becomes infected and is a zombie. And it was fun because I never played laser tag that style before, and everybody else that had never really done it get into it, and everybody else that had done a lot got a lot into it. So that was cool. Then the two people with the top points, they got to choose where everybody went for dessert, and theirs was paid for. And so we sat everybody in the room. I'm like, okay, who has what of the things I hid around the place? And so we went through the list, and there was still 2 missing. And all the points, I mean, they were kind of far apart. It was like from 72,000 to 42,000. So I mean, like for the 8 people that were there, it was a decent, like everybody was decently close, because you got a lot of points from doing laser tag, and each of my items was worth like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 points. Unless you had the bride and groom, in which case it was worth 15,000 points. So regardless, there was 2 items that had not been found, and I'm like, all right, lightning round. Those items are now worth double. And they're like, and then everybody left and was looking, except for 2 people that sat in there. And this guy was sitting there with his wife, kind of talking to her. The black lights got to her. I felt really bad. But he's talking to her, and then he looks up and is talking to her, looks up again. It walks out of the room and comes straight back in, holding one of the lost things in his hand. He's like, all right, so that's awesome. So then he jumped from like 5th place all the way up to 3rd place. He's like, I'm not gonna bother looking for the other one. I was like, all right, double points again. That last stealth plane is worth a ton of points. If you find it, you're definitely in 1st. So everybody was looking around. They're like, I'm done looking. I can't find it. Larissa, where is it? And someone goes, well, you should get the points because you hit it so well. We couldn't find it. I was like, really? And everybody's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So then I walked over to where I hit it. Sure enough, there it was. I'm like, okay, we're going to Yummy Bunny, because we had people from out of town that had never been to Yummy Bunny. So if you're not from Fort Wayne, there is a dessert restaurant called Yummy Bunny, which is a micro creamery. So they make all their own ice creams, and then they serve it to you inside of a donut sandwich, which I am not a fan of donuts. Don't know why, but the ice cream is bomb. And they have like cereal toppings and all this other stuff you can put on it. It's really good stuff. So we all went to Yummy Bunny and just hung out, and it was good. It was a great time. And then Friday, I slept in again because I was still working through whatever. I was sick, which was nice because Mom and Dad, like I said before, on vacation, had the new addition to the family. So nap time was something to be cherished. So that's a nap time that I did when I was on the couch, but they were both so adorable, so eventually I got down on the floor to sleep with them, and I had the puppy in front of me and Liberty behind me, behind my legs, and I got me some puppy lovin's, so that was lots of fun. And then Saturday was the wedding. The wedding was lots of fun, and then because I hitched a ride there, let me rewind. I knew that I shouldn't drive to the wedding and the reception because I wouldn't be able to drive legally from the reception, because Steven's dad had a whole bunch of homemade wine that they made specifically for the wedding, and because there was a margarita machine. I was trying to be responsible. And also, I knew that Georgia would probably need help running around with stuff, and I could do favors, sort of a deal. So, after the wedding, I was still inside watching them do all the wedding photos, which was lots of fun. Steven has no idea. It was lots of fun. They're a very, very beautiful couple. Very beautiful wedding party. And then after we got all packed up, we did this fun thing where did some photo shoots with them in Dad's car. And then got him in the car to drive him to the reception hall, which was like a ways up the highway. Hadley was lovely enough to drive me to the reception. There it goes. Such a pretty car. And then I got some videos of them like on their way to the reception hall. Got to kind of be a creeper and take photos of them whenever they did something adorable. And then took a really cool photo of them while going through Decatur. I like this one more, just the cloud. Like I'd want to crop out the sides of it. But we had lots of fun. We got to the reception, people got food at them, got some wine in them. Everybody was having a good time. That was Adam, and he was a goofball. And then they did this really cool, they were doing like a sparkler send-off, and they had paper lanterns for the wedding party, so it was fun. I got a good picture of them doing a paper lantern. Yeah, we had a good time. It was awesome to hang out with them, and everybody at the wedding, like, I pretty much knew from either IPFW. Like, there was a bunch of professors there that I hadn't seen since I graduated. They're like, Larissa, how are you? And it was so good to see them. There was a bunch of friends from, like, the retreats that I'd gone on through St. Francis, which was really cool to see them and catch up. It was a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And then my sister-in-law, Abby, came and picked me up and took me back home to their place, because then Sunday we had like a surprise birthday thing for Grandpa Bush on, since he turned 70 on Monday, and I happened to be up. So Kelly and Sarah, who live just like an hour and a half north, drove down, and all of us were there Sunday. It was fun. We had fun. And then I drove back home Monday morning, got back down here, and then have been working. And then this weekend, there was this Pokemon thing, which is nuts, and I can try to describe it to you, and if you don't get it, don't sweat it, but if you know Pokemon, basically unknowns were spawning everywhere, and every major city specifically had the letters that spelled out the city. So like, I caught Nashvile, which was cool, especially since the only other unknown I'd ever caught was the letter M, and then they stopped spawning Sunday, and I caught like 50 of them, because now there's trading, and I'm like, I can trade these for other ones I don't have. But they had like a Pokemon competition downtown at the music center, and apparently you could have bought a ticket to get in, and you had like this special little badge thing, and I still don't know everything that it entailed, because I did not know enough about it ahead of time. I don't follow this closely enough. I just happen to play it every day for a little bit. That's how I unwind after work. When I was downtown, because all of them were spawning downtown by the music center, I took what I think is another really good photo. Yeah, right? Downtown Nashville at the Bridgestone Arena. It was a beautiful day anyway. But the night before, Janisa and her sister Jordan had talked me into doing Shakespeare in the Park, which is where we did this.
For now our observation is performed, and since we have the favorite of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the Western Valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say.
So that was A Midsummer's Night Dream, which was really good. They did an excellent job with it. It was very well done. But watching this, it was driving me nuts, because I'm like, that's song. I know that song from somewhere. They did it. There's a snippet that's super familiar. So I'll play it again just so you can hear it. So that's it, right? So they ended the play with that song too, and I was like, I know what it is. I know what it is. And Janice is like, the song? I'm like, it's Rhapsody in Blue. And even the people in front of us, they're like, oh no, I recognize that too. But isn't it a pop song? I'm like, no, it's Gershwin. It's Gershwin, it's Rhapsody in Blue. I'm telling you right now, I paid for my music degree. Let me get this one. Let me use it, please. That's been the most exciting. Oh, other than that, so Georgia and Steven were gone all last week on a honeymoon after the wedding, and they get to come home to all their wedding presents piled up in their apartment. And I told Georgia, I'm like, someone else brought in my wedding gift, because Nick had it in his car for me. Because I didn't want to go into a wedding just carrying a wedding present, okay? I know this is a lot of backstory, but I'm being driven places. You don't want to go into the wedding carrying the wedding present. That's there for the ceremony. That's for them, between each other, between God. You shouldn't be bringing gifts into that stuff. I mean, it's nice if you do, but that's not where they go, right? They go to the wedding reception. That's where the fun stuff. So I got out of my car and I saw Nick pull up. I'm like, Nick, can I put this in your car? Because I'm going to be here a little bit and I didn't drive. And he's like, sure. So he and his girlfriend brought in my wedding gifts for me. However, my card was not taped to the gift, so he put the card in the card thing and the gifts were just sitting there. And I was like, my gifts don't have the card with them. But I want to know what Steven thinks of his gift, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna love it immensely. So Sunday, every Sunday I call my parents, right, and talk to them. This Sunday was lovely because I got to talk to them, and Grandma McFeeters was at their house, so like Grandma would pipe up every now and then. That's a great idea, Grandma, thanks! Love you too! And after I hang up on them, I'm just laying on the bed and I'm like, nah. Like, she would just be getting back from her honeymoon. She's gonna be busy. They're gonna be unpacking, doing laundry, opening up all their gifts. They're gonna be tired, having to get ready for work. I don't do anything. I won't call her. So then I went about my day. Well then, like, fast forward an hour, Georgia Snapchats me and she's like, your gift was the brightly colored one, right? I was like brightly colored geometric shapes. Because I asked you if you wanted brightly colored wrapping paper or if you wanted like pastel floral wrapping paper, and you said brightly colored. She goes, okay, we just opened it. I'm pretty sure Steven loves it. And I was like, this is a sign. And so I just call her using Snapchat. You like it? And so we're like, yeah! And we're talking to each other and stuff. And even Steven was there. It was fun talking to all of them. And then I was getting ready to go and place a carryout order for dinner for Sunday night for myself. And I'm walking up to the restaurant. She goes, so, Steven and I have news for you. And I'm like, what? She goes, we're coming down to see you on Steven's fall break. And I exploded. I was all over the parking lot, screaming like, "Wah!" I'm really excited. So, and Grandma McFeeters is coming down sometime in October to see me too. So I need to make sure that they don't happen on the same weekend because I want to spend as much time with them as possible since they're down here to see me. Both Grandma and Georgia and Steven like the groups. So gonna need to finagle that somehow. But anyway, very excited. So I've already been planning stuff for like to do with Grandma because I know that she likes house walks and tours. So I'm like, okay, so I need to show her this place and she needs to go here. And there's beautiful houses here. We're gonna have to go here. And then even with Georgia and Steven, I'm like, there's this arcade like bar that has all these free retro arcades. It's also a burger joint. It's gonna be really fun. Oh, then you're gonna see Broadway when it's like hopping and popping because there's live music everywhere. Oh my gosh, we're gonna need to make sure that Georgia goes to this cute little place. Oh my god, like I can't turn it off now, and it makes me very happy. So if you want to come down and do a Nashville tour with Larissa Marino, reach out and I will plan it all out because I won't be able to do anything else. Other than that, I feel like I've caught you guys up pretty fair amount so far. Thank you, as always, for spending some time with me. I hope that you guys have a great week, and I will see you next Wednesday.